After a physically demanding, strategy-fueled chess match that saw Sebastian Bourdais cash in at the conclusion of race number 1, the stars of the Verizon IndyCar Series would get 70 more laps to battle on the streets of Belle Isle. I'm Nick Yeoman from IndyCar Radio with highlights of race 2 of the Chevrolet Duel in Detroit. For the second straight day, mechanical gremlins would plague a driver before the drop of the green flag. Saturday, it was Jack Hawksworth. On Sunday, it was brake problems for Graham Rahal. The Rahal-Letterman-Lanigan crew would need an early caution to effect repairs, and boy, oh boy, did they get it. When the green flag flew for race number 2 in Detroit, there was carnage. On the opening lap, Carlos Munoz, Gabby Chavez, and Takuma Sato all suffered damage, but the drivers who got the worst of it were James Hinchcliffe and Max Chilton, who both also had miserable days in race number 1. When the race went back to green, the aggression went through the roof. First, Juan Montoya uses turn 7 to make an exciting pass around Will Power. Moments later, Will Power and Joseph Newgarden would battle down the front straightaway, with Newgarden getting into the grass. That would open the door for Charlie Kimball in turn number 3, as Kimball would slip by Newgarden for a spot. A third of the way through the race, Montoya would try to use turn 7 again while trying to make a pass on Scott Dixon, and this time it wouldn't work. Montoya destroys the front wing, and Dixon has to pit for a flat tire. Things would get much worse for the Colombian a few laps later when a visit to the tire barrier would end Montoya's day in 22nd. Simon Pagenaud would dominate the race's first 40 laps, but after a restart, he'd feel the pressure from teammate Helio Castroneves. Helio would slip by to become just the second race leader at the halfway point. Piloting the Fuzzy's vodka machine for the first race weekend, Spencer Pigot saw a potential top 10 slip away when a broken left front toe link took him out of contention. The moment of the race came when the entire field needed to make just one more pit stop. The pit window opened, and onto pit lane came Simon Pagenaud from second, Will Power from third, and Ryan Hunter-Reay from fourth. Seconds later, a mechanical issue for Jack Hawksworth on the back straightaway would bring out a full course caution and completely ruin leader Helio Castroneves' day. He would pit under caution, but Helio's chance to win would evaporate. With 4 drivers, including new race leader Sebastian Bourdais, staying out, but still needing one more stop, the focus shifted to the battle for 5th. And on the restart, Will Power would make his move on Simon Pagenaud, grabbing the position. After things cycled through, that put Power in the lead, and he looked as if he might cruise to the win. On the final lap, though, Simon Pagenaud would charge, cutting the deficit in half, but he couldn't find a way past Power. The win would be the 26th of Will Power's career and his first in more than a calendar year. Simon Pagenaud would grab second and Ryan Hunter-Reay third. Joseph Newgarden and Scott Dixon would round out the top 5. Next up for Will Power and the rest of the Verizon IndyCar Series, they'll head to where the stars at night are big and bright for a Saturday night shootout deep in the heart at Texas Motor Speedway, June 11th on NBC Sports Network and IndyCar Radio.
Oh.